welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have a Bakugou ex-listener for period comfort. Before we go ahead and start this, I want to say that this is a gender-neutral fanfic, so that's all. Alright, let's get into it. Again, you tilt your head at Eraserhead, who clicks something on his laptop, then looks up to you, the ever-so-present tiredness in his eye softening ever so slightly as he speaks about Eri. Sorry, but you did a good job taking care of her last time, and I need to take care of matters elsewhere. Plus, I think if the whole class tried to take care of her, it wouldn't end up well. Eri is apparently being left in your custody again, and you didn't have any complaints. She was the sweetest child ever, and she was impossibly cute. And well, all in all, it doesn't sound like a bother at all. Of course. He visibly relaxes as you agree wholeheartedly, looking like a load had just been taken off of his chest. Thank you, listener. You find yourself on Saturday telling the class you have to stay behind to take care of Eri while they go to the arcade together. Of course, since you are a clumsy, irresponsible dumbass who shouldn't be left alone because you'll mess everything up, Katsuki was staying behind as well. The door closes as the class leaves, then Katsuki flicks you on your forehead. Whose genius idea was it to have you babysit her again anyway? Aizawa-sensei asked me to. You frown while flicking him back, but he easily brushes off your attempt with a smirk. He turns back to the couch, hands in pockets. Whatever, I'm gonna watch the news. You leave him be, heading for the bathroom. You had had some cramps last night, which usually meant... You groaned. Right now? At least you'd been expecting it, putting some pads in your pocket this morning in preparation, and just your luck, the doorbell rang at that exact moment. You're saved from having to answer it by Katsuki's voice. Morning, where's listener? You hear Aizawa say from the entrance. Don't know, they'll come. Katsuki responds offhandedly, and judging by the sound of the door closing, the ever-so-tired pro-hero apparently takes Katsuki's words and leaves Eri at Heights Alliance. You wash your hands, ignoring the on-cue pain in your abdomen, and open the door, forcing a smile. Eri! Being in the hero course and sustaining injuries time and time again does not lessen the pain of cramps. Your lower stomach feels like it's trying to turn itself inside out as of now, but still, you take hold of Eri's hand with a smile and lead her towards the kitchen. Want another apple? She nods earnestly, and you hand her the fruit, glancing up at Katsuki. He raises his eyebrow at you, tilting his head. You good? You incline your head in a tiny motion, wondering whether the smile looks forced. The cramps aren't usually this bad, and you don't know why they hurt so much this time around. You mouth period to him, and his eyes widen in realization. Meanwhile, Eri munched on her apple happily. Hey kid. Katsuki steps into her line of vision, gesturing towards the elevator. You wanna go upstairs and read manga? Listener has some in their room. Once again, you find yourself thankful that your boyfriend is such a quick thinker. If you went up to your room, you could rest there, and Katsuki could take care of Eri and make sure you're okay at the same time. It's not something he would normally volunteer for, so you appreciated that he was suggesting it. The white-haired girl nods, finishing her apple and throwing the core into the bin. Then Katsuki takes her by her hand and starts towards the elevator. You follow behind. Time seems to go slower when the pain is this intense, and you swear the elevator takes 10 years to go up to the 5th floor. You open your door and sit on the bed. While Eri selects a manga volume from your bookshelf, Katsuki glances at you. You can rest, I've got this. You lie down gratefully while Katsuki and Eri sit on the floor, starting the book. Apparently, he'd had to deal with kids during his remedial course, and you're not sure if that's affecting how he's behaving around Eri now, but nevertheless, you're thankful that he seems to know what he's doing. You could almost fall asleep. The silence broken by Eri's voice softly reading, and Katsuki's voice occasionally interjecting to help her with words she wasn't familiar with. He glances back at you, and even though you're trying to relax, your expression must have looked pretty bad, because he stands up and announces that he's going downstairs for a little while. Eri continues to read while he's gone, and she turns to you. Are you okay? She asks, red eyes wide. You smile. Yeah, I'm okay, Eri. Just tired. Oh, she pauses, reaching her hand up unconsciously to touch the little horn on the side of her forehead. Her eyes met yours again, and she lowers her hand. Are you and Bakugou gonna be with me more from now on? She was so cute. You were about to say, I hope so, but before the words could come out of your mouth, she was already saying something else. Kirishima and Deku says that Bakugou doesn't show how he cares about anyone, but he's nice to me. That's because you're nice to everyone, Eri, you say, a tiny smile on her face. He's nice to you too. That's, she shrugs like it's obvious, a little kid shrug. Maybe it's because you're nice to him. Your expression softens. Before, she had lived in a world where kindness was repaid with cruelty and care with anger. The fact that she could still experience kindness now was something that most kids would take for granted, but it was still something Eri wasn't used to. All this makes you more determined to make up for everything that she had lost. The door opens and Katsuki comes in. He was holding a hot water bottle, a glass of water, and a jar of tablets. He walks over to you, passing you the heat pack and setting down the tablets and a glass of water on the bedside table. You hold the hot water bottle over your lower torso as you prop yourself up into a sitting position. He briefly brushes a hand over your forehead, glancing at Eri, who's watching the two of you with wide eyes. Hey kid, what part are you up to? Oh, Eri hurriedly returns to her book, and Katsuki presses a light kiss on your forehead. You okay? He says quietly, and you nod, meeting his gaze. You'll never get tired of how many different emotions those scarlet irises can hold. I'm good, you say, and then you wince, a sharp pain going through your abdomen. Katsuki picks up the jar of tablets from the bedside table and shakes out a pill, holding it out towards you. Painkillers, he says, and you take it while he passes you the glass on the bedside table. You swallow the tablet with a mouthful of water. Bakugou? Eri tugs slightly on the blonde shirt, and Katsuki glances down towards her. What's this word? She asks. You smile as he explains to her how to read it. It's a pleasant change seeing him be so calm and sweet like this. It's not that you didn't think he was capable of doing it, it's just that his expression, which was usually filled with pain and determination and anger, was clearer now. Aizawa-sensei asked me to watch over Eri, but look who's taking care of both of us. I'm a terrible caretaker. Eri finishes the chapter of your manga, and Katsuki puts it back on the shelf. Let's go back downstairs for a second, he says, leading her out of the bedroom. You can hear the sounds of Eri asking where they're going from where your room is, but the elevator arrives before you can make out Katsuki's response. You're left alone with a jar of painkillers, an empty glass of water, and a hot water bottle. This was the first time Katsuki's been left alone with you while you've gotten your period. The other times, one of the girls was already around to lend some help, but now, since everyone was out, there wasn't much of a chance of that happening. Katsuki was already doing a great job, taking care of both of you and Eri. You just wish the cramps would stop. Listener! Eri's voice filters through the door, and Katsuki opens it, revealing Eri standing there holding a cup of tea. She brings it over to you, being careful not to spill it. Here's some tea we made, she says with pride in her voice, slowly passing you the cup. You gratefully accept it, making eye contact with Katsuki, who's standing at the door. Thank you. He shakes his head from behind Eri's back like it's nothing, then moves to sit next to you while Eri picks up the manga again. Wanna watch a movie later? He asks softly, breath against your skin, sending an electric current down your back. All you could do is nod. Eri tugs on Katsuki's shirt again, asking him to help her with another word. You fall asleep to the sounds of reading softly, knowing that you can trust Katsuki to take care of everything. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. I don't have too much to say, so I'll get it over with. Music link, fanfic link, Discord link, Amazon wishlist link, and thumbnail art link will all be in the description if you want to check those out. Either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. I hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye!